morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame right now. Last trading day of the month and the last trading day of Q3 before we move to October and Q4, the last quarter of the year. The finish to Q3 was pretty strong here. We had this strong rejection day one rejection that led us higher into the end of the quarter here. We're going to be finishing the quarter near the highs of the quarter, the lows here, the midpoint of the quarter there. And typically speaking, heading into Q4, we may see some sort of early October weakness. That weakness could be defended, and we could see a Q4 rally into the end of the year. That would be a typical approach. Obviously, this time around, we do have Election Day on November 5th. That could lead to a bit of a quieting down of the markets here ahead of some late quarter volatility. As of right now, we have a bit of a range at the highs. Narrow overnight range right now, just 54% of average range, 28.5 points of range here. We do have some Fed speakers speaking today. FOMC member Bowman speaks at the top of the hour, and Fed Chair Powell speaks during the noon hour just ahead of the afternoon session here. Chicago PMI comes out 15 minutes after the RTH open. So as of right now, we could be looking at range-bound price action here ahead of Fed Chair Powell. Fade the edges, still an upward bias overall, but as of right now we do have lower highs and lower lows from a very near-term perspective, but we still haven't really found a strong high just yet. Maybe we get that at the beginning of the month here in October. Maybe we come up here and put in a strong high, which could open up a bit of a rotation back down, but as of right now, still no strong high, so still trending up until proven otherwise. Looking at the NQ, similar price action here for the NQ, 58% of average range right now. Lower highs, lower lows day after day over the last few days. But still a very bullish uptrending market, especially from day one rejection here. A huge squeeze over the last few weeks here since that day. We are also going to be closing near the highs of the quarter here as we head into Q4. And again, any pullback, the highs of the quarter is actually right here. Any pullback here could be seen as a buying opportunity heading into the end of the quarter. But again, we haven't really seen a strong rejection or a strong day one high here to suggest a pullback just yet. So any pullback at the moment, near term, could still be a buying opportunity in the very short term until proven otherwise, until we get ourselves a strong high. As of right now, again, could be a fade the edges type of session here, especially as we head into Fed Chair Powell speaking later on today. Looking at crude oil, crude here seeing quite a bit of weakness over the last week of trading. This was a strong high on a Tuesday, meltdown Wednesday, Thursday, a little bit of a bounce back here on Friday, and then here today, trading within a range of about 83% of average range, $1.75. This thing is hanging on above the recent lows here, but we could be looking at a rotation to 64. I know I've mentioned 64 a ton here lately. We almost got it before. We continue to see lower highs developing within this downtrending channel, and this recent drop here could suggest a little bit more downside towards 64s up ahead. As I mentioned before, if we do get 64s and see some sort of bullish rejection there, that could offer an opportunity to bounce this thing back finally. But again, we are heading into a seasonal window that is tends to be quite bearish for crude oil. Sometime in the first week to 2 weeks of October tends to be a high before we see selling pressure into mid-December. So any rally that's seen over the next 1 to 2 weeks could offer a selling opportunity for a seasonal rotation back down. Looking at gold futures, gold has continued to see quite a bit of strength here, pushing a new all-time highs, 27.0870 just recently. That was on a Thursday. A little bit of a pullback, testing a rising Pima trigger zone right now, which is bullish. A pullback could be seen as a buying opportunity. We started the month, and this is the last trading day of the month, but we started the month mentioning any pullback into the pivot range could lead to a check mark move higher into 2600 and then a shot to go get 2680 by the end of the month. And we got that and then some. A tremendous check mark month here. And that pattern holds heading into October. You can see a higher value relationship here developing, a pullback into the pivot range below 2600, 2610 could provide a buying opportunity for a further checkmark continuation up until proven otherwise. A failure to hold 2600 could open up a bit of a rotation back toward 2500. Looking at the YM, right now the YM put in a decent reversal on Friday. You can see the strong high here developing, but it's still not a day one rejection. It was a strong reversal intraday, especially from those highs, but it's not a meltdown reversal that would suggest heavy selling pressure just yet. We're still in an uptrending market, especially from the day one rejection down below, and we are closing near the highs of the quarter. So early in October, perhaps we do see a stronger day one rejection that could open up a bit of a rotation. Any counter trend rotation here could provide a buying opportunity into the end of the year. We've seen plenty of those this year already. After new highs here, this rotation, this one, a smaller one here. We could easily see another rotation back towards, say, 41K, and that could be a buying opportunity for a year-end rally. So we'll be looking to see if there are signs of rejection here early in October. Looking at Bitcoin, this one down right now, 3% at the moment. It had a tremendous rally in the month of September, a nice check mark rally here from the 52, 53,000 level back towards 67s. A tremendous rally, took out recent highs as well. But again, this thing continues to see a pattern of kind of rounded behavior off the upper end of the range. We are going to be getting a higher value relationship here for the first time in a little while, and any early pullback to begin the month of October could provide a checkmark continuation higher. If bulls can keep the 60,000 level bid, that could lead to a rally towards 70,000 and maybe even higher. Q4 could be quite a bullish quarter for Bitcoin and crypto related coins and stocks, but again, gotta be able to hold on a counter rotation here. So any pullback towards 60K, can bulls defend that area and lift price to higher highs. Looking at Ethereum, this one also down 3% right now. This one has lagged the Bitcoin quite a bit here lately. Lower highs, lower lows, but 2200 continues to hold as significant support. We mentioned that this compression right here was very similar to the compression we saw earlier in the year before it rallied, and when price was sitting right at around 2400, we mentioned this could lead to a 1000 point rally up ahead, especially if it can get through 2800. It's already been a good start to this move. We have a lower value relationship right now, but with a bullish bias on the close, which means any pullback towards, say, 2460 here could be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher, especially if it can push through 2800. So again, maybe this market can pull together and push through 2800. That would open up quite a bit of upside up ahead. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops here heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.